When it comes on to texting, what's your biggest pet peeve?
WYD.
What are you doing?
What are you doing at 1 o'clock in the morning?
Everybody be on their phone 24/7. So there's no like, oh, I wasn't on my phone. I'm at work, I'm not on my phone. Bitch, you're on your phone. Text me the fuck back. Are you dumb?
People pretend that they're busy and they don't respond. If you're on, I know nowadays everyone is on their phone 24/7. If you're on your phone, just text back. You don't need to pretend that you're busy.
I feel like it's obvious when a guy, like if I take like a couple hours to respond because I was at work, and then a guy purposely takes a couple hours to respond because I did, it's like pretty obvious. You know, it's like I was like not responding because I was working.
If I don't text her back fast enough, she will say, "Who are you texting?" And that's my pet peeve because I'm fucking doing something that I'm busy with. So that's my pet peeve.
Do you think that's like an insecurity, or where could that stem from?
No, I'm just like,
She's crazy.
can I cuss?
Say anything you want to.
I'm just like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, I'm number one priority. Period. Point blank.
But she also wants me to pay for everything, so.
My biggest red flag is if you Snapchat text me. I am not fucking here for that shit. Do not fucking Snapchat text me. Like, that is like old school. Like, we are not 16 anymore. Like, text me, call me. Like, do not Snapchat text me and say WYD. I am not going to answer you.
Don't fucking dry text me.
If you text me, LOL.
Don't fucking text me, LOL. Don't get my message.
Exclamation points.
Don't send me
If
a
you
period
add
either.
exclamation points after everything, you're done.
How long should you wait before you text somebody back?
I think once you know what you want to communicate with them immediately.
Okay.
Why would you wait? We literally only have so much time on this earth to communicate what we feel.
Why is double texting frowned upon?
I love a double text. You know what? I'm a grown-ass bitch, so if I want to double text, I will, and if I don't, I won't.
What goes through your mind before you send on?
Nothing, no fear.
Fearless.
It's fearless. It's received or it's not.
Why is double texting so frowned upon?
I double text, so I can't say it's frowned upon.
Why do you think it is, though?
Because it makes you look thirsty, but I don't think it is a thirsty thing because, well, I think in like, I'm like thought bubbles, so I think like that. But also like, if you're thinking about somebody or you want to talk to somebody and you want to text them, then text them.
Why is double texting frowned upon?
Oh, I don't think it is. I'm a double texter.
In society, though.
Because that's you putting into the universe that you're the person chasing and not being chased. Does that make sense?
Is it okay to be the chaser?
For sure. For sure, you have to go for what you want.
Are you going to get your heart broken in the process? More times than not?
You can. I mean, but like if you're going to put yourself out there, like you have to be willing to accept rejection or success.
Why is double texting frowned upon?
Not for me.
Not for me either. I would get a double text.
If I get the double text, I'm like, if I leave someone on red and then they double text me, I'm like, okay, they actually want to talk to me, then I'll text you back.
Yeah, me too.
And I don't like frown upon double texting. I like it.
Yeah, I like double texting.
Do you double text guys?
Nope.
Sometimes. It depends on if I like them.
Why don't you, though?
Because I want them to pursue me. I don't want to feel like I'm chasing after a guy. I want a guy to chase after me.
Why is double texting frowned upon?
It should not be. And if you have something to say, you need to say it.
Yeah.
I'll say something 100 times until my point gets across. Respond to me.
People are against double texting because they're like, oh, it looks like you care too much. Fuck that. I just have a lot to say.
It's not a bad thing to care.
If
you care, express it. It's
Moral of the story, like we just said, playing into the game. If you're not going to play into it, if you want to say something 10 times, say 10 text messages. Send what you had to say. You don't want to send a paragraph, send 10 of them. 10 tiny little messages to say what it was.
Send as much as I need to until it gets through.
What goes through your mind before you send a double text?
I don't give a fuck. I don't think
Nothing.
about that.
Not one thing.
Why is double texting frowned upon?
I love it.
I love it. I don't think
Yeah, we love it.
Yeah.
Personally love double texting. It shows me you're interested, and I don't have to guess myself.
Yeah.
Double texting is definitely frowned upon because people in this generation like to like really be down on people. I do not frown upon double texting. Double text that bitch. If you want her, double text her. Then she gonna feel special.
What goes through your mind before you send a double text?
Am I sending this text for a good reason? Is he gonna text me back?
Why is double texting frowned upon?
Because you're perceived as you're chasing her. And this is the power play. The man wants the relationship or the woman wants the relationship at the end of the day.
100%.
100%. She's chasing a relationship. As soon as she gives upset, she loses all leverage in the relationship. All leverage is lost.
She's gonna fuck again. She's gonna want to fuck again.
Exactly. So when
and I don't have the cares for it.
If you fucked her,
I don't care about fucking
if
twice.
you fucked her without double testing, if you fucked her without double testing, you're already down on lock. Now, if you're at that point where you're still double texting, triple texting, tone it down a bit, because then they see it. They see it as you want to taunter them. They want to, just tone it down. Just tone it down. That's all it is. Because the more you want it, the less they're gonna want it.
What goes through your mind before you send a double text?
Probably shouldn't.
So why do you feel that way?
Because you feel like you're aggravating it, right? So she has so many other guys in her line, right? Like she could text somebody else. So why should I text her twice? Right.
If she wanted to respond, she would have.
Exactly. Yeah.
So why do you think double texting is frowned upon?
It's just it's a day of age we live in now. I mean, if you double text somebody now, I mean, it's just you're kind of embarrassing yourself, right? Like if you double text somebody now, it's just, hey, what you doing? They don't respond, then it's like, oh, maybe I should text them twice. If you do text them twice, then you're kind of embarrassing yourself because they know they can text somebody else.
How often should a guy use emojis when he's texting?
Fucking never. Never.
On maybe the second or third date, they can hit some emojis. Not early on. Emojis can send a bad message. It depends on what the emoji is.
What does it send?
It sends a bad message. Like they're desperate.
Often.
Every other, for sure. Yeah.
I mean, it just kind of shows
I like it.
they're taking the extra step.
Okay.
I'm gonna hit the emoji button and I'm gonna send you an emoji. It's
It
like,
makes
aw.
me blush, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
How often should a guy use emojis?
Often I like emojis.
Every message.
No. But when you have to really relate something, it's put the tongue out emoji or something fun.
I think if you want to send an emoji, send it. But I don't ever look for an emoji. I'm not oh, I need an emoji. I think they're being blah. It's just normal.
How often should a man use emojis in text?
Never.
Why do you feel that?
Unless it's a heart, I don't want it.
Why?
To me, it's cheesy. It's overkill. I feel like
Corny?
you could say what you want to say in words.
Is it too feminine if a guy is using a lot of emojis?
Not necessarily that it's feminine, but I don't think that it's necessary. You could express your feelings through words rather than emojis. I feel like emojis are cheesy. That's just my opinion.
Emojis is a normal thing. It's I use it normally. I use it daily.
Alright, don't spam them. Don't do back-to-back emojis. Do one at a time. Do one emoji. Don't do the fucking flirty emoji 3 times in a row. Don't do that shit. That's you're bugging. Just send that shit once, you're straight.
If you trying to get with me, every single time that you text me, you should send me an emoji. If you're not trying to get with me, that's cool. But if you're trying to get with me, every single time you text me, send me a fucking emoji.
Say it in Spanish.
I don't speak Spanish.
Say it in French.
I don't speak French.
What other languages do you speak?
I don't speak any other language but English.
Say it again in English.
Don't send me no text unless you're really trying to get freaky. And that's why I have a boyfriend, stupid. Yeah.
No emojis unless you want to get freaky.
No emojis unless you try to get freaky.
Point blank.
Point blank, period.
With a T.
With a T, period.
How many emojis should a guy use when he's texting?
None. Zilch. 0. Zip.
Why?
None.
Why?
Because that's no. You just shouldn't. No. That'll give somebody the ick. Yeah. Quick.
Ick immediately.
Ick.
So men shouldn't use emojis at all.
No laughing emojis, no wet emojis, no nothing. No hard eyes.
Emojis
no.
don't matter. It's
unless it's a white colored heart. I like those.
Yeah.
How do you show a guy you like him through text?
How do you show a guy you like him through text?
I use a lot of GIFs because I think GIFs are really, really funny, and they can actually like kind of physically like show the emotion that you're trying to extend through a text message, which is really hard to do sometimes.
I just add more letters to my words that I say. So like if I'm saying, well, I really like you too, I'd be like, well, I really like you too, you know? But I don't know. I don't really text
She's really
people.
awkward.
I am very awkward, so I don't really text people.
I send him an Instagram video about something that he likes. Or I tell him that I miss him. Or I tell him about what I'm going to cook for dinner. Or I think that we really like to talk about our days with each other in person. So I think when I text him, I just like to give him little reminders of, hey, I'm here, and I can't wait to see you again.
How do you show a guy you like him through text?
The blushy face immediately. Like little smiley face.
Yes, smiley face. I always add like the little colon. Is that what it's called?
Winky face, yeah.
Yeah.
So in what ways do you show a man you like him through text?
Actually responding is one, because I don't know, like if I'm actually interested, I'll respond. If I'm not interested, I'm just not going to respond.
What do you consider dry texting?
What are you doing? Oh, cool. Like, what am I supposed to say from there? Like, what's up? Nothing. Do you get what I'm saying?
Does that
I don't
mean
know
that-
how to describe it.
Does that mean that they're not interested in you?
I mean, not necessarily, because I feel like I text like that.
Whenever you ask what he's doing and he's like, oh, I'm chilling, what about you? Oh, don't tell me you're chilling. Oh, fuck no.
I don't like when you're like chilling or like LOL or like okay. Like don't fucking K me. Like never fucking K me.
No. Tell me what the fuck is up. I want to know what the fuck you doing for real. Tell me what you doing. Mikey's on my ass.
I think dry texting is like LOL or K period. Like when it's dry, it's one word. Dry is one word. You know what I mean? It's not I'm chilling, what are you doing? Because sometimes I be chilling.
Periods.
Yeah, periods, no emojis, shortness.
Yeah. Like, hey, saying okay at all.
Okay. Not really starting conversation, it's just you.
If you're the one always asking questions, like, ooh.
Dry texting is like, hey, and then they respond like, oh, hey, and you don't text back for like 6 hours type shit. Like, oh, I'm doing good. Like, what you doing tonight? Like, that's dry texting. That's dry texting. You're not about to hit me up hours later trying to hit me up. No, that's lame. You're not about to do that. Fuck you. Nobody thought about you after that. You're done. Garbage.
Canceled.
Sucio. Yeah, canceled. Canceled. Done. Bye. Sucio. Bye.
Adios.
Adios. Bye.
Dry texting when you're just like, yeah. YA.
One word answers,
Cool.
definitely.
One word answers. Do not text me one word answers.
Because I'm a very gregarious person, so like you can kind of feel through text message if it's there or not. If it's one word text messages and stuff like that, then obviously they're not into you, so I'm not going to respond.
When do you know when to stop texting somebody?
Just the second you don't feel it anymore.
When they
Why
make you
keep the conversation
disgusted.
going?
If you're not interested, end of story. If you're not interested, you should never lead someone on if you're not interested in them. You should never text someone back just for attention. I think that the desirable truth is that someone who is committed to you, you will be committed to them if you guys share the same feelings. You should never lead someone on if you're not interested.
When is it appropriate to stop responding to somebody?
If somebody disrespects you, or if they are clearly showing no interest, and it's just not going to go anywhere.
Is it worse to be left unread or delivered?
Red.
Why?
Because like people miss messages, but like you open that shit. Like you saw it. You could have replied.
Didn't even have the human common decency.
Exactly. I'm getting fired up.
What's some things that should never be discussed over text?
Sets. If you're talking about sets over text, you already folded.
There's a lot of things that we can discuss over text. I mean,
What shouldn't be though?
That's a
Sets 100%. If you're talking about sets over text, you're not fucking.
Sexting is a thing. Sexting is a big thing in America. You gotta get
It's
that.
huge.
Sexting. How many men have sent dick pics in last year? That's the thing. Sexting is a big thing. That's what we do. As a man, we get any woman that we think can fuck or be in a bed. As we think logically. As what you would think. If I can get this woman in a bed, I'm gonna send her or whatever I think can send her to get in the bed. Of course. If I think my dick pic is gonna get her in bed, I'm gonna send her a big dick pic. But is that your question? My bad. I may have deferred for a quick.
The question was, what's something you should never discuss over text?
I wouldn't say anything. Personally, you could discuss a lot of things over text.
I know that you're drunk. Yeah. Tell me what you want after this club. You know you're nasty. Don't move around in my house, call a taxi.